Hello guys, welcome back to another exciting session. I'm your host Mahesh Karya. You're watching me on YouTube now, and today I'm gonna take you through the uh, RESTful API with the Sequelize MySQL and Node.js. We are going to use Yarn for as a package manager, and so without wasting any time, let's deep dive into it. So process will be the similar as usual. We are going to create a new folder on your desktop. uh, Name it whatever it may be, node mysql, like that, and after that simply drag your folder on the top of your VS code, and we are going to use shortcuts more. So I have to make sure this is visible to you guys. Command plus backtick for opening this terminal, or you can open it from here as well. After that you have to have node available, so check for the version node-v npm-v, and you have to download yarn first. So yarn-v, if you don't have yarn already available inside your system, so you can simply hit npm install-g yarn, hit enter. Or there is another thing that you have to make sure that you can use node as well, but let it be. So yarn init hyphen y, this will be similar as npm init. The yarn is, you can use, it's your choice whatever you want to use. Yarn is faster than npm, built by Facebook, so lots of folks using it nowadays, so that's why I used to work on yarn nowadays. So yeah, we are going to use Babel. So I know lots of guys don't like Babel, but it makes sense to use upgraded JavaScript rather than older const express, require express kind of thing. So yarn add dev dependency hyphen d, capital D, will be three dependencies. Babel slash core will be the first, next Babel slash node will be the second, and last one is Babel preset-env. That's it, finish, nothing else. Preset-env, like this. Hit enter, it will take some time to install. And the next thing, you have to create .babel rc over here, like this. babel rc will contain the configuration, that means which preset you are using, like this. So you have to define here that I am using at Babel, Babel slash preset-env. I know this is your choice, you want to work like this, or you, it's your choice, but for the industry purpose you are going to work for the future projects, so make sure you have to use this thing. This is the general setup for using ES2020 syntax. Okay, and after that you just need to close this up. You can define start script over here. So we'll define scripts here. This is last process for setting up Babel. So start script will be like this, start, and here you have to have node1 available. So hyphen exec, and your node, Babel node, sorry, like this, Babel node, and your name of your file, whatever it may be, like app.js I'll use instead of index.js. so yeah, app.js. And after that, create folder will contain all the source file, will be src, and will contain models, routes and controllers for your rest of the process. Routes, routes, controllers, sorry, it should be here inside src, I'm not sure why. And the next thing is controllers. I don't know, means it's your choice to use controllers or not, but I always prefer to use controllers. So yeah, this is it, I guess. And the last thing is we are going to use .env. So .env will contain all the basic like port will be 3000. After that, database related thing, like this, database, it's database, sorry. So database will be like this, and database name, sorry, it should be always capital. Database name will be database name will be test for now. Okay, the database username, after that database username will be root, as usual we are going to use MySQL. And I forget to tell you one thing, guys, that you have to use MySQL available inside your system. So this is XAMPP. You can prefer to use XAMPP. For beginners, I always prefer to use XAMPP, WAMP or MAMP if you are on Mac. So it's all up to you what you use. MySQL, you can directly install MySQL inside your system. It's all your choice how you install MySQL. You use Docker or whatever it may be. So you have to have MySQL available. So after that, I'll tell you few dependencies. uh, password and yeah, once you get available XAMPP inside your system, you just need to open your XAMPP controller, and inside that you will get this Apache and MySQL. So you just need to hit the start button, so it will be available to use. And after that you have to have this dependencies available inside, packages available inside your system from this marketplace will be MySQL client. So simply hit MySQL. This is a very beautiful client. I always prefer to use it. No need to download extra client. And the last thing, don't need to use Postman. We are going to create RESTful API. So I have this thing will be Thunder client. So you have to have this thing available as well, or you can use Postman as well. So Thunder client, I'll always prefer to use Thunder client, will be more better than Postman. So you don't need to open the extra software or extra something inside your system. So database password will be nothing. And the last thing is dialect, dialect. Dialect in Sequelize, it will ask you for which dialect you are working on. So MySQL is one of them. Like PostgreSQL, SQLite, MySQL, there are lots of choices that you will get from PostgreSQL. So this is one of the best thing that I I like to work on, Sequelize. So this is same as Mongoose if you are familiar with Mongoose. So yeah, this is it. I'll close it up, and after that I'll install few more general dependencies. So like yarn, add, express, course. You can use course as well. Body parser we don't need because nowadays body parsers come with built-in express. And after that we need to use .env. And the last thing is we'll use Sequelize, Sequelize, and MySQL 2, of course. So MySQL 2. So these are the basic things that you have to have available inside your system. So now we can proceed. So in here I'm using Control B to close this bar, and Control plus backtick to close, to minimize this thing. Okay, so it will run in the background. So import express from express, and after that you can use const app equal to express. And the last thing is app.listen to your port will come from process.env port, of course. And the last thing is you have to configure that .env to use that env file here. So .env .config. So yeah, like this. So this is the perfect setup. And once this is available, you just need to use yarn start. That's it, finish. And let's see what the errors we are getting. For now we are getting nothing. So let's see. Open your Chrome and simply hit for localhost :3000. You will get this thing, cannot get. So everything is working fine. Now hit Control B and click here, hit Control B for this sidebar, and go to your controller, create user.js over there. After that inside your models, again create user.js. After that inside your routes, create user.js. Okay, and after that inside your models we'll create one more folder, will be config, contain all the configuration related your database. So index.js will contain all the basic configuration, like what we can say, const Sequelize related things. Okay, so I'm hope I really wanted to make things simpler, but this is a standard flow that all the projects that industry always follows. So I always prefer to make the better architecture before proceeding. This is not architecture, this is just a basic folder structure that you should follow. So config will contain uh, import sequelize sequelize from sequelize, and will create const sequelize sequelize equal to new sequelize will contain all the variables, like will come from your process.env. So process.env, and it again we need a .env here to use that for variables. So yeah, .env and slash dot config, that's it. So now we can grab all the env things, these four things which are highly recommended. Okay, so yeah, this is it. These four things I need to import from process.env. So don't use hard coded kind of things. Will database name, first thing we should know. The next thing is database username, database password, and the last thing is the object will contain a dialect, will be DIALECT. A dialect will be a DIALECT dialect. So you should define PostgreSQL or what kind of database you are using, database type. So yeah, so here export default, you just need to define a sequelize over here. So you can import models over here. So here inside models you just need to define model. So like this, const user will be my model, will contain all the data, like name will be type of we can say sequelize dot string string, and next thing will be a name, email and password. I'll use this general things, name, email and password. We'll use id as well. Yeah, id is also important, so will be type of string again. So id, it's all up to you. You can use string or varchar or whatever it may be. So name, next thing is email, and the last thing is password. So yeah, this is it, I guess, password. And you have to make sure. So we will export this user, export default user. So yeah, this will be available to use outside the file. So yeah, now we'll import this user inside here. So yeah, uh, import user from we can say actually we should not do this. Control plus backtick to close your terminal, and we'll import this file to model. Actually will be better, I guess. So go to your model and create one more file, will contain index .js. okay, and we'll grab this import, okay, sequelize from dot slash or dot slash your config we can say. I don't need to write index, and here we need to define sequelize dot define define a user, will be a user, will get from, oh my god, we don't need absurd, we need user, that's it. And we'll get this thing from here. import user from, I don't know why this, user from dot slash user. That's it. So this user is available to use ser user. So okay, now export, again export default Sequelize. Okay, small Sequelize. So this is it, I guess this is all we need. So now we can import this Sequelize to our main app.js. You can hit Ctrl plus tab as well to switch between the tabs, or Ctrl plus P. So yeah, in here you just need to import that file Sequelize from your model src slash model slash we can say that's it. No need to define anything else, and after that in here just need to use dot sync. So it will create your tables if not exist, and then app.use as usual. Express.json will need, because we are creating RESTful API. App.use again, express.url encoded will be extended to true, and the next thing we'll need to use this is it, I guess, an app.use that will create a route after that. So we need to import this route file. Here will be user, I guess, only. That's it. So we'll import user from here. I don't have user right now, but we'll create that in route. So from dot slash route inside src slash route, where is route, you can use IOC as well, so it's all up to you, and this is available to use once we define here inside route. So yeah, so import route from something from express. So now you can define router over here, router, and in here const user will be my router function. Okay, and it should be small u, I guess, or capital U will be better. So user dot get and in here your path, and will come from user controller. I haven't defined controller yet, but we'll define, and we'll define find all method over there. So this is the general scenario. 1 2 3 4 and 5, I guess 5 things I needed, because find by id. Okay, now find by id will be second thing. Find by id and update, I guess. Okay, will come later, but will pass id over here, and before that we need to define one more thing, which is create. Will, instead of this, we'll define a create, will be a post method, create, if I create, and here this will be a post method, this will be a put method, and the last one is the find by id and update, and this one is find by id and delete. id and delete. So yeah, this is it, and just need to define id over here. So this will be delete method. You just need to use delete here and simply export as default. So yeah, export default user, that's it, finish. So now this is available to use. You can use alt shift f to organize your file, and inside your controller. Now I don't need this, now I don't need this thing as well, or you can hit control kw to close all the things at the same time. So control plus P and search for your what you are going to create. I need to create something inside controller. So inside controller I have user.js, so control plus B, close this up and define I'm not sure, const express. Now I don't need find all, I guess find all will contain request comma response. Okay, and we'll define here res dot json will return list of users, so will come from const users will equal to will come from await await, I guess I'm not sure, await user no, Sequelize, I guess Sequelize, but not this one. I don't want this Sequelize, the small one. Sequelize dot models dot user, I guess, yeah, user dot find all, yeah, of course, find all, and will contain all the files. So yeah, now import Sequelize. Not getting suggestion. Why? Sequelize over here as well, from dot slash, I guess dot slash inside models will get, that's it, finish. So find all is the first method. The next few methods will be similar, 1 2 3 and 4. The naming convention will copy from controller, user controller. What is user controller? Sorry, route. So this thing, find by id, copy this thing, control tab, paste this thing over here, control tab, copy this thing, control tab, paste this thing over here, control tab, copy again, control tab, paste this, control tab, copy this thing, control tab, and paste this thing over here as well. So that's it. These are 4 things that we needed. So here we'll pass, we don't have find by id, so find by id will be available here, and here we'll say find one. Okay, and here we'll use where. Okay, and where will contain id will be type of that request dot params dot params dot id will come from parameter, and whatever, this will be a single user, so you need to return this single user over here. Okay, and find by id will export. After that this create will be available to here as well, and here will pass request dot body. You can extract elements from request dot body, but as this is a beginner friendly video, I won't do that much of things, validation and all, but it's all up to you how you create things. And find by id and update will be simply update, I guess update, and here we'll pass 2 objects. One, what we want to do is request dot body, and here we'll pass a where condition will be similar to this where as well. So copy this thing. So there are lots of other methods also available, it's your choice how you use it. Okay, once you get response, it won't return a user, I guess it will return a boolean value, so 1 or 0, I guess, inside array. So yeah, and the last thing is, I guess, find by id and delete will be little bit different, like destroy, like this. So we'll need request dot params dot id again, once again. So this is it, I guess, and now we can export this thing to export default, and object will contain all the variable names like this, and create again. I don't know the names properly. That's why I'm always use copy paste. There's nothing bad in doing this thing, because if you it makes sense to not make more mistake. This is always better. And once we'll do this, then user controller will be available to use, and we'll grab this user controller from port user controller from, I guess, dot slash controller slash user. Now I am why I am making spelling mistakes nowadays. Okay, so yeah, this is it. So this is all we need to know. So now control plus backtick will get errors, because it's obvious we'll get error. We are writing the okay, this Sequelize control plus backtick in models. I have made a mistake, I guess. So yeah, inside here this type should not be here, and control has control plus backtick. Check this thing again, and the last thing is a called id. Okay, table name mark property primary true. What is this shit? A column called id was added. Okay, it's fine. We don't need id, it's completely fine. Control plus backtick. Now what you need, cannot find routes. Okay, it's fine, cannot find route, because in here control plus backtick, and see in which file, if control plus click here route slash user.js, it needs to know. And that's it, I guess. This is enough. And still we are await is not there, because there is a thing that I have missed. Here it should be async, and always I have to use async. Okay, so copy this thing and make it available to all of variables wherever you are using await. In Dino you don't need to do this, I guess. Control plus backtick again. Not able to select this thing. it's not visible to me, but yeah, it's created. You can see this thing. Now we need the most important factor is this thing. You can create a new request over here, and it will look like this. We just need to hit send, and it will process something, it will return something over here. If everything goes right, in future promise rejection not behind that terminated, whatever it may be. I'm not getting anything here, so it means something is wrong. I know. We'll try to hit this thing from browser, will be better. We are not getting anything over here, so we will go to app.js, and we'll check that we are using express app.use user. Okay, so let's see how we can make this thing little bit bigger. Oh my god, out of okay, got you. Okay, so we are making one mistake, so we have to find this mistake. Okay, so yeah, found it. So in here JSON is not defined. So okay, where is JSON? In controllers. Okay, users res.json, bro. So yeah, I know you must have seen this before, but I was in hurry to wrap this video shortly, because no one likes to learn things slowly. Everyone is in hurry. I always find myself very difficult to explain everything in a very short range of time, but yeah, this is how it works, this is how it goes, and this is everyone loves to be. Yeah, now we can see. So if I go here. Inside here we can see empty array. If I make this thing to post, and if I inside body, if I pass something, control plus backtick to close this thing. Inside here, inside JSON, if I define name, okay, name will be Mahesh, okay, email, you can use postman as well, no need to worry about, at gmail.com, and password will be, I don't think so it will work, Mahesh at 123. I'm not confident, but let's see. Post, yeah, it's created. Now if I change this to get again, yeah, it's returning. And if I hit id here, it will return a single object, I guess. Yeah, it's returning a single object. And if I hit put method over here with id, by passing id over here, and simply make at symbol, so will update, I guess, if everything is perfect. Yeah, it's returning 1, means if I again get to send, yeah, it's returning. If I hit delete, and it will return nothing, it's returning error, I guess. Control plus backtick, see what the thing we are missing, the attribute parameter model dot destroy. Okay, the missing where condition. Okay, I forgot to use where condition over here. So in destroy you need to grab this thing, similar thing, where condition, copy this thing, and simply write this thing over here and remove this extra, sorry, this thing is very important. And if I go there again, and if I hit, so yeah, it's deleted. So if once again I get all the things, I'll get empty array. Okay, send, yeah, empty array. So thank you very much all of you guys for being with me, supporting me all the time. It's been pleasure to be here. If you like my video, please make sure to subscribe, keep me motivating. And it's very tough for me to make videos on every Saturday, Sunday I make videos. If you want something from me, please tell me guys. It's all free content, I always provide. I like to teach. I love you guys. Thank you very much all of you guys. Bye bye.